My name is Pramita Chakraborty, and I'm in the SPH program specializing in health policy and management. I did my Bachelor's of Science at the University of Waterloo, specializing in biology. I was definitely a little anxious about coming all the way to Edmonton from Toronto, which is my hometown. I was nervous about that and starting the graduate program, which is very different from a Bachelor's of Science program. I was anxious about the classroom size, the courses that I'd have to be taking, how different they were from the science courses that I'd been taking previously. I would say that grad studies has a lot more in-depth readings, so you really have to do the readings and reflect on what you're learning and apply that to what you've learned in class, because most of the courses include a discussion component where it's very important for you to be able to bring in the concepts of what you've learned and be able to talk about that with your classmates. For students coming into the program, I would definitely advise them to be aware of which courses they're taking. Start off with a schedule before you start your classes, know which readings you have to complete for which classes and what the timeline for all of that is. I would also say that talking to your classmates about your workload and about which assignments you're completing is also very helpful, because you can kind of bounce ideas off of each other and make sure that you guys are both helping each other out. I like to use schedules to make sure I'm time managing myself well. So I bought an agenda and I started listing out all the readings that I had to do every week and when things would be due. So I had like a calendar, and then I had a weekly schedule, and so that really helped me adjust to the workload. I wouldn't say that the workload is that much greater than it was in my bachelor's, but I would say it's very different in terms of what type of work you're doing, so it does depend on what your background is in. So during orientation, there were a lot of upper years there to help welcome us into the program, and they were so approachable that it was very easy to just go up to them and ask them, how did you manage the workload? What did you find very different? What advice did you have for us? And they were very helpful, and I know my classmates would be very helpful for any incoming students who had similar questions. Talk to your professors, talk to your fellow students and the peers in your classroom. They can definitely give you some advice. Get a schedule if that works out for you. Get a calendar, write down all your deadlines, and it's definitely manageable. Just get help whenever you think you need it. Everyone's here to help you out.